This is an examination of the hidden human condition.
This is the Hidden Killers podcast
With Tony Bruschi.
Well, everyone's diving in and trying to figure out who Rex Heuermann is or was or what he is. We've been hearing all different accounts. Right now, we are going to take a listen to a verbal account of a woman who dated Rex several years back between 2014 and 2016. What she experienced with him, some of the bizarre experiences that she had with him, and adding another layer to this already very disturbing onion. The woman that we're talking about here is giving this account through her TikTok feed. Her feed name is Your Recovery Stylist. That's her username on TikTok. And this is her account of being on a date with Rex Heuermann.
Hey, so y'all asked for my story time about my date with Rex Heuermann, the Gilgo Beach Killer. I don't even know how to get into this. It's crazy to me. So let's just have at it. So I don't really know where to totally begin with this. It was anywhere from 2014 to 2016. And part of me thinks that I should go to the cops and talk to them because he did say information that wasn't let out to the public. And honestly, that's what made me lose the date because I was watching the news and I was following this case. So anyway, we met at a place in Port Jeff, a seafood place, and I kind of had a bad feeling to begin with, but I don't always trust my gut. I was young and dumb, so I went. We sat down, we had normal, formal talk. What do you do? What are your hobbies? We had a drink, nothing big. And then he brought up true crime. I was like, are you a true crime fan? And I was like, actually, I am. I could probably tell you more about serial killers than their own mother can. It's bad. And he was like, well, do you know about the Gilgo Beach Killer? And I was like, of course. Everybody on Long Island does. We're all following that case. And he started saying things that, first of all, led me to believe it was not just him. There were other people involved. He is taking the fall, though, I think, for all of them. And I think he will, because I think he'll probably be taken care of out of that deal. So he started saying things in the they-them term and, trying to make it seem like somebody who's just really interested in the case. But he was very detailed, and it didn't seem like somebody who was just a true crime fan. It seemed like somebody who, as they talked about it, were reliving it in their head. He seemed excited, he piqued his interest. He sat up straighter. He, relaxed his body. He seemed really excited to talk about it. And what got me was he mentioned a body that wasn't announced on the news yet. It wasn't in papers. Nothing. And I would have known. So that really weirded me out. And then I kind of changed subject. I was trying to speed the date along. I didn't want to do it. And at the end, he was like, well, do you want to go back to my place? And I was like, I don't know. I'd have to follow you in my car. And this thing's like, no. Get in my car with me. Leave your car here. I was like, I'm not going to leave my car in a random lot in Port Jeff. And he was like, no, do it. It'll be fine. No big deal. Just come with me. And I was like, I don't feel comfortable getting in the car with you alone. I don't know you. And he was almost agitated and angry that I wouldn't get in the car and go with him. And that made me even more I gotta get out of here. So I ended up leaving. Thank God. I trusted my gut. I left after that check came, and I never spoke to them again.
So that is the account of a woman who went on a date with Rex Heuermann, estimated between 2014 and 2016, according to her. Very much fitting the profile of what we have been learning about this very dark and creepy individual and the allegations against him. I mean, if you just look now at his internet search history, that in itself should put him away for the rest of his life, and what they found on his computer alone, even if he's not the killer. The odds looking at this as being, though, the killer are increasing, I would say, almost by the second, as more people are coming out of the woodwork to talk about the interactions that they had with this man. Amazingly, he was right in front of everyone's nose all of this time. But that's all too often how they survive and how they don't get caught. You want to weigh in on this case? 888-554-5537, 888-5-KILLER.
You're consuming the Hidden Killers podcast.
Want more? Start binging on all of our true crime podcasts right now through Apple Podcasts and get an ad-free experience when you sign up to be a True Crime Today Premium Plus member exclusively on Apple Podcasts.
More of the Hidden Killers podcast dropping soon.
Press subscribe now.